A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Chatham and the Best of the West, the first place born Braves. Time for the manager show with Chatham manager Tom Holliday. Emmanuel Berbari with you. Tom, in the 7-5 loss last night, your offense led by Johnny Castagnazzi pounded out more hits. You mentioned your hitters not trying too hard. How do you think they improved in that department?
Well, I mean, we had good energy last night, and we got a couple base hits with 2 outs, which has been non-existent. And Castagnazzi came back with a bang, which was good to see, and he showed that before he got hurt. And it was one of those kind of games where you'd like to think that at 3-zip that we're gonna score a couple more and win. And the way we've pitched, 5 is kind of like maybe as good as we're gonna go. We got to win. And Tulloch, as good as he's been, we went into that extra 4th inning, and they hit him around a little bit that inning. Of course, it started out with a bad call at first base, which, I mean, that's just almost part of every game. You almost have to figure you got to get an extra out or 2 every game because of the umpiring. And so the guy blows a call, and then they score 4. Nobody cares. No, nobody ever thinks of it that way. But all in all, he knocked off 4, and then they score 3 against Garrett. Again, there was another bad call in that inning. And, it just, like they say, when you're not going good, things happen. And when you're not going good, things have happened to us. So, we had energy last night. I like the offensive, effort. Would like to have done something in the 9th inning. Left-handers just seem to have us, and even with the guys coming off the bench, we were kind of like waiting for it, and we got nothing but strikeouts. So, again, we cut our strikeouts in half, from the night before, which was good. But we're just a work in progress, and you just kind of hope that sooner or later we fall into it.
On the pitching front, Colby Kubicek from Texas is active. He is starting tonight. Knowing what you know about him, watching him, coaching him 2019, how much can he help this team?
Well, I've seen him really good. When he was here in 19, he and Madden and Merriman, those 3 kids all pitched really good for us. And I think they got better as the summer went along. And Colby was he was the 3-hole starter for Texas all the way till the last weekend series. And he's a sinker baller that knows how to pitch. He's fearless. And again, he kind of fits. I didn't think he'd come because of the, I figured I thought he'd sign. I thought he'd be a draft guy, and he's not getting real warm and fuzzy feeling from the draft. So he's here, and if it's not a first 10-round draft, maybe he stays. If it is, then he'll leave. But I think he's going to be here a little while. He's got some kinks to work out.
You mentioned not expecting him to come. He hasn't pitched in a live game since May 28th. How does a pitcher handle that type of time off?
Lots of bullpens. He's been doing that, and he's got a really good rapport with Cookie, and sometimes change of scenery, sometimes a different voice turns kids on, relaxes them. I think he has that kind of relationship. So Cookie's had him in the bullpen 3 times since he's been here already. And, if he gives us 3 innings tonight, we'll take that and use it as a jump start to get him back on the mound. But, I mean, a little time off after the season is not a bad thing. And right until Texas got done playing in Omaha, I mean, he was active and throwing bullpens, and they were keeping him sharp for that just-in-case situation. So it's not like he's been sitting around doing nothing. So, he may not throw great strikes tonight, but we'll see.
You're back home at Veterans Field. 7 of the next 10 games are at home for your team. That's played very well in Chatham. Do you think that can get your team going at all?
I would think if we're going to make a run, it's going to be in the next 10 games. And, of course, we get that thing called the draft starting tonight, but then it'll be over in 2 days. I mean, it's going to be over come, Tuesday? It'll be over, and some of the kids that have it on their mind will be freed up mentally, and you kind of ask for that when you bring draft eligible guys in here. So I mean, we're dancing around it. I know how important the draft is to kids this age, but the bottom line is the next 10 games are going to tell the tale for us. So we better get it screwed on pretty soon because we're not climbing and this crazy little thing of getting ties and stuff like that. We need a win at home, and we don't need ties. We need to get some wins. And I mean, we've been close, but you know what you get in baseball for being close? You get an attaboy, and you know what an attaboy's worth? Nothing.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. Hopefully you get more than an attaboy.
Yeah, don't give me an attaboy because I'll give you a smack on the backside of your head.
Coach, appreciate it. That's Chatham manager Tom Holliday on the Manager Show. Let's send it back up to Ben Schulman. The Anglers Extra pregame show rolls on.